Alright guys, welcome back to All Season Outdoors. We're down here in the shop today. We are getting ready to put a scope on our Taurus Raging Hunter 44 mag. This past season I did shoot it with a Romeo 5 red dot, but the plans were all along to change it over to a fully scoped gun so I can deer hunt with it a little more efficient. Today we got in our Burris handgun. It's a 2x7 by 32 millimeter 1-inch tube handgun scope. We're going to be mounted with a set of Monstrum medium 1-inch tubes. I did get an integral level in it, so we're going to walk you through getting the gun mounted up, getting the rings lapped in, getting the scope mounted, everything. Then we're going to go to the range and see how it performs. Alright guys, we got the scope out of the package. Very good looking scope. I say Burris has always had a really good reputation. Does have a lifetime forever warranty. So we're going to get this mounted up. We're going to mock it up with the rings and everything. Once we get everything set to where we really want it, then we're going to take everything off, lap the rings in with our Wheeler lapping bar, and get this project set up. I've already got the Taurus Raging Hunter mounted up in my vise to keep it leveled and everything like that. So we're going to go ahead and get this mounted. Alright, they did supply with the rings a T15 Torx Allen wrench. I just prefer using one in my screwdriver here. Just makes it a little easier and everything to use. So we're going to get these loosened up, get them set down on the pick rail. Just going to tighten them up right now for getting everything mocked up. I like to get everything where it's going to be mocked up, get the scope adjusted, get it marked. Then that way I've got the rings where they need to be. And then snug everything up, come back in with the lapping bar and lap these scope rings in. A lot of people say you don't need to lap your scope rings in. I always have. Every one of my guns that are scoped, have lapped the rings in. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. It's just something that me and Mike here at All Season Outdoors prefer to do, have always done, and we'll probably continue to do. So we're going to get these rings mounted up, get the scope kind of laid out exactly how it needs to be, and we'll walk you through it. Alright guys, we got the scope mocked up. Haven't leveled the scope, anything like that. We just got it mocked up, so we're going to get it out of here, check the eye relief and how it looks, and then we'll take it back off. We're going to adjust it so the eye relief is where I want it at. We'll mark the scope, pop it back off, and then we'll start honing the rings. Alright guys, I've got it set to where I'd like it. I like to come in here, once I've got it set for my distance, I come in and I mark with a Sharpie the front of each ring. That way once I take this scope off, I can come back and I know where my eye relief was set at. So now we're gonna get the scope off, pop these rings on, get the Wheeler lapping bar. We're gonna go ahead and lap these rings. I like to take them till they're about 90% of the finishes off of it, 80 to 90s, you know what they say. And we will lap these in. What you'll end up doing is just slowly bringing these down till you get the finish you want. So we're gonna get the lapping bars out, get this set up. We'll be right back. Okay, so I got the lapping bar mounted in. I am using Wheeler's 220 grit lapping compound. Got a 1-inch bar because these are 1-inch tube scope rings. So we're going to sit here and just work it back and forth and cut these rings in. We usually want to make sure that when it starts getting loose, just quarter turn them down a little bit. You want to keep the gap in between the rings and the bases about the same all the way through. That way, whenever you go to mount your scope, you've got the bases on even and nice and tight, and these will be perfectly round for the scope. Not a very glorious job or anything that you got to do, but I do feel it's necessary and helps with accuracy, and just something we've always done. So we're going to finish getting this fully lapped in. May have to do it a couple times, taking the caps off, checking them, reapplying some of the grit, but we're going to sit here and finish lapping this in. Okay guys, I've lapped on it for a minute. I've took the caps off, kind of look. These are coming in pretty good. As you can see, it still has a little bit of finish on the sides. The top is looking really good. They need a little bit more in my opinion, so we're gonna get them cleaned up, get them back on here. We're gonna work the lapping bar for a little bit longer and get these all the way in. Alright guys, we've got these fully honed in. As you can see, almost all of the black finish is off of it. There's a little bit on this side, but I don't think it's going to come completely to 100%. So we've got both of these looking really good. We're going to clean them up. We're going to go ahead and get the gun leveled in the vise. That way we can put the scope on, get it leveled, and then come in and torque everything down. Alright guys, I got the scope in there. I've got it leveled. I got the gun leveled. Being that I've got an integrated level bubble on the scope cap, I'm watching that and slowly torquing down on all the sides till I hit my 25-inch pounds and keeping the bubble completely level until I get them completely torqued. Once I get everything torqued, I will come back through, take them out one at a time, put some red Loctite on them, torque them back down, and this project should be close to being done. Now I've got the back ones torqued down. I always do them in kind of a crisscross, so applying even torque on there. The gap between the cap and the base on both of them look really good. Bubble's still good. So we're going to go ahead and get these completely torqued down. And then back them out one at a time, Loctite them. And this scope will be done. Be ready to head to the range and see how she performs. You know, this year I kind of limited myself to about 25 yards with a red dot. I'm hoping to sight this in at, I don't know, 50, 75 yards and hopefully get a little more extended range out of this Raging Hunter and 44 mag. So we're going to get this finished up, guys, and we'll be back whenever we're done. Alright guys, we're down to the last cap screw, and what we've been doing is just taking them out one by one. That way we don't lose total torque. Putting just a little bit of red Loctite on them. Running them back down. Taking our Wheeler fat wrench, 25 inch pounds. Got everything torqued down. Alright guys, we got her finished up. Here's our finished product. We end up going Burris 2x7x32 handgun scope. Sitting on top of Taurus Raging Hunter 44 mag. Next step, guys, we're going to get her out to the range, get her sighted in, see how she performs. Guys, everybody, thanks for being with us. You remember, hit that like, subscribe, the notification bell for all our new videos. It's just about getting to fishing season, so it's about time to start getting the cameras out on the lake again. And so meantime, still trying to do a little shooting, getting everything done. Everybody, thanks for being with us.